everyone, it's Bug-Eye Manny back at you again with a brand new video, and today I'm doing a brand new The Walking Dead Season 8 Episode 7 review. And I'm doing it in a new location here, actually in the living room of my grandparents' house, Oma Jelaine and Papa Wade. Normally I do it in my room. Today I'm switching it up a bit. So, ladies and gentlemen, The Walking Dead Season 8 Episode 7 was released, and I don't know if I said I was going to quit the show again in my Season 6 review, but I did watch Episode 7, and it is an improvement of Episode 6, even if it still has atrocious dialogue, and scenes that kind of focus too much on characters that we don't really care about. For example, Eugene. I hate Eugene because he turned his back on the main group and is working for Negan now. I'm Negan. That gets stupid. You know, the Negan, I'm Negan. It's just a stupid thing, and I hope they write that off the show. It's atrocious. Godly. But this episode was a improvement over episode 6. And how was it an improvement? Well, in a way, this episode starts out very, very slow. The writing is very, yeah, hold on, guys. My phone, okay, yeah, okay. The writing is very meh. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not very good. Eugene's character is the main focus of this episode. And while that's okay, it doesn't really focus on the rest of the characters. And that's a problem because it feels like Daryl, Tara, and Michonne, and Morgan don't have to be in this episode. They just feel like they're there. Even though they do cause the walkers to come in, they could have easily had the walkers just barge in eventually and take out the saviors without Daryl or any of them. It just felt kind of rushed and forced that Daryl's doing these things. I hate Daryl as a character. He's one of my least favorite characters of all time. He used to be my favorite in Season 1, but now he's doing so many stupid things. He let the zombies in, and now Negan is going to, of course, kill somebody in the mid-season final, which is disgusting. So let's talk about the good and the bad. So the Sanctuary, the bad, okay. The beginning, Rick being inside the thing, I hate the Junkyard group. They're so corny and cartoonish. Rick's like, if you don't help us, you're gonna die. I'm like, okay, but what if they just shoot you there? It doesn't look like anybody really cares about you, Rick. Nobody's coming after you, so it's just pretty stupid. And Rick going there alone is the dumbest thing I have ever seen. Remember in Season 7 where he takes a whole group there? Yeah, in Season 8 he just takes himself, which is really out there, and a big problem for this episode and Episode 6. And another problem has to be Eugene. You know, that music, that corny music, and Eugene just walking around, talking to some random characters in the Sanctuary. It can be a bit dull in this episode, especially when he talks to one of Negan's wives. I don't even remember her name, but when he talks to her, that is just a dull scene. Another scene that is dull is him talking to Dr. Carson. I believe that's his name, Dr. Carson. And another part I did not like about this episode had to be actually the Father Gabriel storyline. His storyline did not really go anywhere. He's sick, it looks like. His organs are shutting down, it kind of looks like. But they don't really explore what's really going on. Is he bit? Or is he infected by the guts? It's not really explored. And they just go back to Father Gabriel sometimes, but not enough. And at the end, he's just sitting up perfectly, you know, kind of coughing like that. But he's not dying or anything. He's still alive right now. And I don't know why they had to include it in this episode. It just feels rushed and forced. I mean, it doesn't really develop the story at all. And halfway through the episode, Dr. Carson vanishes, and that really makes it even worse, you know? What time are we on? Yeah, we're perfect on time. Makes it even worse when Dr. Carson just vanishes, and that makes it worse because Father Gabriel's story in this episode has really nothing to do with the rest of the storyline. He's sick, yes, but is it impacting anything? If they cut out this storyline, would it have to do with anything else? No. No, it would not. It would not impact anything going on in the storyline as of right now. Okay. Some other things I don't like, of course, like I said, focusing way too much on Eugene. He's a bad guy. We hate him. He keeps turning sides. He's a nerd. He's a a traitor. And why are they focusing so much on this character? It is so annoying sometimes focusing on this character. Hold on, what? Nah, forget it. Eugene, walking around, I'm Negan. I hate when the characters say I'm Negan. It is so comedic and just doesn't feel right. It feels kind of off whenever someone says it. It kind of takes the humanity away from these characters and makes it feel more like a comic book, when in reality it is based off of a comic book, but this is a TV show. What I love so much about Marvel, their movies, is they do make sometimes they sometimes make fun of these characters and the suits that they wear. They make fun of them, and that's what I love about Marvel. They know they know it's based off of a comic book, and they make fun of that. Here, it gets to be it just doesn't work sometimes. So yeah, like I said, Father Gabriel really doesn't have to be in this episode. His whole storyline could be written off. Daryl and Michonne and Tara, Rosita and Morgan, all of that could have been cut out easily. They just put them there because they want to build hype and tension for the mid-season final. They put Father Gabriel to build up hype for the mid-season final as well. Focusing on Eugene and Dwight was kind of interesting. Dwight trying to kill Eugene, but doesn't kill Eugene for some reason. I don't know why he doesn't kill Eugene. It kind of felt out of place because Dwight, he's tried to kill people before. He killed Tara's girlfriend and Denise in season 6. So why not kill Eugene in this episode? They did not really develop a friendship before. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. So it's basically his fault for not killing Eugene. So yeah. I was like, do it, kill Eugene. So let's get into the good stuff now. And near the third act, now the first act and the second act are very slow, and Eugene is walking around doing some things. We get to see Sasha's, the casket she was in. Very stupid in my opinion, but kind of a creepy scene. I liked how they did it. But he's just walking around doing some stuff, talking to people, and I found it dull. I didn't really care because Eugene, I just don't like his character. He's such a backstabber, He's such a backstabber, and I hate who he is. So let's get into the good stuff. The third act to the end is awesome. We got the zombies coming finally into the sanctuary. People are getting ripped apart. I do have a flaw. It's not gory enough. And that is one flaw, because in the old Walking Dead seasons, you could see their blood and guts getting ripped out of them. Now, you don't see anything. And that's because of Season 7, Episode 1, ruining everything. But the zombies are coming in. People are shooting the walkers. It's a very, very exciting scene. And we see, Dwight and Eugene have a confrontation on the rooftop. And I think that was a very awesome scene as well. And then as well as Rick getting out of the junkyard and fighting the junkyard group, killing the junkyard people. That was a very intense, awesome scene. Having Jadis actually join his side was awesome to watch. I enjoyed it. Even though the junkyard group, they're a bunch of cartoon characters, they still are, in a way, fun to watch. I enjoyed Rick getting out of there, and like I said in my other reviews, I'm happy that Andrew Lincoln is in every single episode. So the first and second act are very, very slow and sometimes dull in my opinion. Some of these scenes don't have to be in it. Oh yeah, and Eugene drinking alcohol was super laughable. It was so laughable. It kind of shows him losing his mind a little bit, but I don't know. I thought it was funny. I really did. I don't know why they put that in there. But the third act really did save this episode. If the third act was not in this episode, I think it would be just another Walking Dead episode. I probably would have given it a D. But the third act really did save it. I thought the zombies going inside the sanctuary. I think that was I will admit, was a really really cool storyline, a very cool scene, and the part with that like that, his Eugene's contraption falling down over the pit of zombies. You know, not the pit. You know, the zombie horde was really cool as well, and I really enjoyed that. So what am I going to rate this episode? Like I said, the first half and the second half, but the third act was really good, but the first and second were pretty dull, and the writing was, you know, that atrocious writing. The music is very corny, but the third act really did save it. So I'm going to rate this episode a B. I thought it was a solid, fun episode, and it really gets us ready for the intense mid-season final that they keep promising. I hope it's going to be intense. I hope it doesn't disappoint. And I will be making a video later talking about who I think will die, my theory, and I can't wait for you guys to know about that and watch it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Solid B. I thought it was a pretty good episode. The writing still is bad. The characters sometimes can do stupid things. You know, the show will never be what it used to be, but I think the action scene really did save this episode. Looking back at this episode in maybe a year, it won't be anything special, but, you know, today, Sunday, it worked for what it, you know, it worked, okay? And I enjoyed it. You know, I give it a B. It was a good episode. So I hope you enjoyed this video, everyone. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, do whatever the heck you want to do, and goodbye. Bug Guy Manny signing off. Bye, everyone.